How's it going out there, everybody? This is Speedboy14 on my playthrough of Super Mario Odyssey for the Nintendo Switch. If you guys can give me a favor and drop a like on this video, I'd really appreciate it big time. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to click that subscribe button and click on the bell right beside it to be notified every time my new videos come out. Exciting feature of the channel, you can request your favorite kingdom or your favorite power moon in the game in the comments below. Last time we did finish the main parts of the Mushroom Kingdom and did all the stuff we're going to do inside the kingdom for now. In this episode, we're going to do a supercut of the full kingdom, which might include one extra power moon that I did not originally do in the kingdom. And let me know down in the comments below for question of the video. I would really love to know. I would really love to know. What's your favorite way to watch sports? Do you like watching them on TV? Do you like watching them live at the game? Just let me know how you like watching them. And I want to talk about last episode's question of the video. I was asking about favorite final boss. Somebody said they really liked the final boss in Super Mario Galaxy. And that's what they said partly. And somebody said they also liked the final boss in Super Mario World. We'll talk to Captain Toad. Great to be back home again, but you know, after my long trip, I'm seeing things here from a whole new point of view. I'll never hang up my adventuring hat, but for now, I'm glad to be back. Hey, here, one more power moon for you. So when you collect power moons in the Mushroom Kingdom, so many kingdoms, so much possibility. So when you collect power moons in the Mushroom Kingdom, it's like power moons in the Mushroom Kingdom are in the same shape as what power stars in Super Mario 64 were. I just thought I would let you know, and I find that kind of cool. And let's go in the Mushroom Kingdom shop right now and buy a moon. Now you have the ability, you could buy 10 moons in a row if you want to, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to buy one for now. The Mushroom Kingdom really references Super Mario 64. I love the Mushroom Kingdom in this game. I think it's awesome. There's many, many more to come for Super Mario Odyssey. There's some post-game content to come. If you put Cappy on this little tail of that tree and hold it on, you can get a power moon. Pops out of the tail. Okay. We can collect some purple coins, and in order to collect these purple coins, you could hang on to that and do it, but the easier way I find is to ground pound and throw your hat, which throws it towards the ground. And you can collect it that way. I love the Mushroom Kingdom in this game. It's so cool. We talked to the Toad at the castle. Let's see what he has to say. Awful news. Mario, Princess Peach has gone missing again. She packed her suitcase, happy as can be, and walked off. We can't find her anywhere. Where is she? If you go in here, there is a hint art you can go here for. And you'd have to go back to Cap Kingdom in order to get the hint art moon. And if you talk to Toadette, she'll give you a moon. It's just showing how you can check what previous power moons you got were. Anytime you achieve certain achievements, you'll get power. Toadette will give you power moons for it. So that's really cool. Like achieving world peace or rescuing Princess Peach. Power Moon Night. There's just a certain objective you have to do that will cause you to get that certain achievement. Which I think is really cool. Dun, dun, dun. Wow, these are a lot of moons. Wow, I'm getting a lot. I hope you achieve all your dreams. That's very sweet to say. Thank you for that, Toadette. If you come here to this sun area and then you press down the right control stick and then you aim up, you can get yourself a power moon. And they're shaped just like the power stars from Super Mario 64, which I find interesting. We're going to be exploring a lot, and we're going to be collecting lots of power moons. So let's have fun with the power moons. Alright. Let's get moon collecting. There's one thing you might know about in the Mushroom Kingdom. You can there's rematches of the bosses that you fought in the previous kingdoms, except this time they're a lot harder than what they were in the regular kingdoms. Not a lot harder, but they just have more skill involved. They're still not really all that difficult. They just have more skill involved. That's just all it is. Like, in my opinion, they're not really all that hard. There's just more skill involved in order to beat the bosses. That's the really only harder part about it. They just require more skill. It's just like a rematch of the boss that would require more skill than what it did the first time you filed it. That's really the only major difference. Otherwise, they're still pretty basic bosses. You can take a plant, you can take a seed and plant it in one of these plants that were here. And then eventually it'll grow and become a moon. You can catch this rabbit right here to get a moon. Caught hopping at Peach's Castle. Here's another moon you can get right here if you go right here and then put flowers on this by flicking your controller clockwise or counterclockwise. Excuse me. And then There we go. Grow a flower garden. Alright. There's a seed right here we can plant. And we can plant it in order to come on. Go in the plant. Thank you. I love the post-game content in this game. I think it's so cool. Here's a moon we can get right here. Alright, taking notes around the whale. If you go inside this whale right here, you can actually get 2 moons in this 2D section right here. If you go inside this 2D section. But make sure when you're in this 2D section, you stay in the black part, as the black part will be moving. Be very careful about that. Stay in the blue or black parts of it. Keep that in mind. And watch out for the bullet bills. Okay, this power moon's gonna require a bit of precision to get. You have to precisely jump off a bullet bill in order to get it. Still not that hard, but it can be a little bit tricky. Here we have to be fast because the thing is falling down. Run. Run. Ugh! Come on! Oh! I don't know what happened there. That's embarrassing. That should not have happened. No, that should not have happened. Be very careful here, but some of the bullet bills are hard to dodge. I only grabbed that moon just to get more health. That's all I did it for. Okay. Here's the hard part again. Run faster! Run faster, Mario. Okay, that was that's definitely the hardest part for me. Okay, this part's not as bad, but it can be a little tricky if you don't know your timing well. Okay. Give me that moon. Yes. Secret 2D treasure. Now, took a couple tries to do that, but it is what it is. Okay, let's get to some of the bosses. Alright, we can actually grab this seed and plant it here to make this vine grow, and this will take us to one of the boss areas. And let's do one of the bosses, shall we? It's a refight with Torque Drift, except it's a harder version of Torque Drift is what basically is. Now we just need to possess the uproot and then use it to attack him. The strategy is basically the same, except it's harder because you have the... You just have the, excuse me, flame, or whatever it's called. Alright, basically what you gotta do in this boss is you gotta use uproot to attack these things. Watch out for the fire lasers whenever they come out like that. That's the only thing that makes this a little harder than what was before. But still not too hard. Just jump over the fire lasers is all you gotta do. It's pretty simple. Ah! That's what gets me, is when it moves. Watch out for the fire lasers and then attack like that. That's how it's done. Not really that difficult of a boss, like I've already said. Pretty simple if you know what to do. And that's it. Not too hard. Harder than the previous version of Torque Drift, but still not that bad. And after you beat each of these bosses in the Mushroom Kingdom, you'll get multi-moons. Let's dive into the multi-moon, shall we? There we go. If you put your hat on that scarecrow, that is the way you can get on top of that on Peach's castle right there. By the way, let's do this boss right here. And this is a refight against Knuckle Attack. Remember Knuckle Attack from the Sand Kingdom? Except this time, it's harder. Alright. Basically what you gotta do in this boss is, it's the same strategy as what you did in the Sand Kingdom. You still follow the same strategy. The only harder part is those enemies, whatever they're called, that come out of the ground. Watch out for them, because they will get your booty if you're not careful. They are a nervous wreck. I pretty much always get hit by them at least once in this fight. So if you don't stop moving, they will come at you. And they're like little snipers. Like, they'll snipe at you. Like, they can come at you in surprise. So watch out for the clapping hands. There's that. This is the toughest part, is when you get the icicles. That's what's toughest part for me. Now we just need to punch him in the face. Definitely harder than the Torque Drift rematch boss. Let's dive into the multi-moon, shall we? Pretty easy boss. Pretty easy boss if you know the pattern, but difficult if you don't know the pattern. Now we're about to fight what I think is the easiest of these bosses. And it's down here in this area. Alright. Let's go in this pipe, shall we? To get over here. It's a fight against this octopus boss that we fought in the Seaside Kingdom. Except this time it's way, way easier than he was in the Seaside Kingdom. Because you have unlimited water in the Gusher, which makes this a heck of a lot easier. Are you kidding me? That's not a good way to start. I said it was easy and I already started off getting hit. Strategy's still the same, except you can constantly keep flying around. You don't have to worry about running out of water. You have unlimited water. That's what makes this fight a lot easier. There we go. That's one hit down. It's the same strategy, you just have to hit him 3 times with the Gushing. That's all you gotta do. He's a bit stubborn, so keep that in mind. So sometimes he might move around a little bit if you're close to him. And if that happens, you just have to be patient with him. That's all you gotta do. That's 2 hits down. Just 1 more to go. Told you it was easy. And he's out, just like that. And let's collect our multi-moon. Let's dive into it, shall we? Here's some purple coins we can collect right here. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and go here and let's fight the boss here. Which is against the boss from Lungian Kingdom, except it's a harder version of it. So basically what you gotta do in this boss is you have these rotating spikes right here that you need to watch out for. That's the only harder part. The rest of it is still pretty simple. And then we just need to use the lava bubble to climb up his goop when he spits out goop out of his mouth, and then we attack him just like that. Very simple. Not difficult at all. It's just slightly harder than what he was the first time. It's just the obstacles you have that make it slightly harder. Otherwise, it's still pretty easy. Boom! And that's the way this boss is. So watch out for the spike balls he throws at you, and watch out for these spike bars right here. It's just very, very hectic is all it is. Not too difficult, but quite a bit more difficult than he was last time you fought him. Come on. I can do a lot better than that. Okay, now we just need to climb up these little platform thingamajigs and attack him, just like that. Alright, let's grab our multi-moon. Blow up at Mount Valbano rematch. I was able to beat him without any trouble at all. Alright. Alright. Let's check. Oh, there are some moons we can get here. Gardening for Toad, Lake Seed. Gardening for Toad, Field Seed. Let's plant this seed, shall we? Since we didn't plant it in last episode. All right. Let's go ahead and do the Cooper freerunning race here. So basically what the Cooper freerunning races are, you have to race the Koopas. The rules are simple. You just race the Koopas all the way to the finish line. see where the finish line is. It's over here. The best way to do this is to use motion control rolling. That means rolling by holding down the ZR button and shaking your controller. And it skips from having to use rocket flowers, or you could just use the rocket flowers. Those are two ways you can do it real easily. And there we go. Mushroom Kingdom regular cup. When we get a new racer, we can do the Master Cup. And that's what we'll do now. You can also use this strategy like I'll be trying to do, where you could use the rocket flower and it makes you go even faster than what Roland does. I'll show you both strategies. I'm not sure which one's easier, by the way. But there we go. We did it. All right. That was easy. Basically, what we can do now is we can go to Peach's castle. And one thing we can do is we can get underwater and we can get those corks out of the water to drain the water. Excuse me, the reason why we have to do that is because eventually we'll need to use Yoshi to eat the fruit that's blocking the pipe to get to one of the bosses. So we just do that. We just... just like that. And now we need to go on top of the castle to get the Yoshi. We could put we can throw Cappy on this scarecrow and climb up these stairs in order to get to the top of Peach's castle, just like that. And while we're up here, one thing we can do is we can grab Yoshi, we can throw the hat at his egg to have him hatch from the egg, and we can capture Yoshi. And we can go down here and use Yoshi to eat this fruit. And we can go inside this pipe, and it will take us to one of the bosses, which is a rematch of the Ruined Dragon. Alright, it's the same strategy as what it was when you fought him in the Ruined Kingdom, except the harder part is that the ground is slippery. And you have to, and it's still the same strategy, watch out for these. And then when his head goes down on this, you watch out for the electric waves. Instead of it being all on the ground, some are off the ground, some are on the ground for the waves. And then you still have to pull these keys using Cappy and to reveal his weakness, and then ground pound his weakness. And you just have to repeat this 3 times, and down he goes. Very simple. ain't really that much harder than what it was before. The only harder part is just the ice is slippery. And that's about it. Otherwise, it's basically the same difficulty. Other than the shockwaves, of course, because the shockwaves are a little different. But they're easy to avoid for the most part. And once you make it here, just pull the keys using Cappy. And then ground pound his weakness. We just need to repeat the same thing one more time, and then he'll be out. It's that simple. We can always ground pound these sections right here in order to get hearts. So, ow! I tried to dodge the electric shockwaves. Come on! We're gonna have to be a lot faster this time if we want to do it in this round. No! Ugh! That is so irritating. We're kind of in trouble now. No! Ugh! That's so irritating. I don't know how I died. I can normally do this boss without dying at all. He's not that hard. I can normally do it without struggling. What is wrong with me today? I was playing it safe. Maybe, I don't know what happened. Maybe Mario was slipping on the ice and he ran into one of these shockwaves. Maybe that's what happened. But let's try this again, shall we? Because I do not want to die on this more than once. There we go. Okay. I don't want to die again on this boss. We've already died once. One more hit to go. Sorry for not much commentary, because I'm really trying to concentrate and make sure I can do it as easily as possible. No! Yes! Yes! Whew, that was clutch. I got nervous right there. Wow, that was harder than I thought it would be. Alright. We need to go... Let's go ahead and do the final of these bosses, which is the hardest of all these bosses, to make a Wiggler boss battle. So we're going to have to go inside the shop and buy a double HP to make it easier. And it only costs 50 coins. So we have double HP. We can actually go on to the boss. Go on to the other boss. And this boss is a lot harder than all the others. That's why I'm getting the double HP. So I can, as easily as possible, beat this boss. It's a refight with Make-A-Wiggler. Remember Make-A-Wiggler when we fought him in the Metro Kingdom? It's a refight against him, except a lot harder. Alright, there's not one, but two Make-A-Wigglers. And now we just need to possess the tank in order to, and we need to, it's the same strategy as what we did in the Metro Kingdom. We have to possess the tank, and we have to use the tank to shoot the Make-A-Wiggler. It transforms into two Make-A-Wigglers, and then once he's on the wall, we can actually shoot at him like normal. It's pretty simple strategy-wise, but the hard part is it will rapidly divide itself when it throws out the fireballs. And that's something that is annoying about this boss. Another reason why this boss is annoying. And once you attack all those little things, just keep attacking him like this. And that's how we attack. And he's going back into his phase where we just have to dodge the two wigglers. Alright. Alright. Come on. See, I told you why it's hard. Because he won't be vulnerable long enough to attack. That's what makes this boss really difficult. And it's very time consuming. Because you have to go through this phase again if you mess up. And that's what makes this the most frustrating boss in the game. Like I told you, that's why I do not like this boss. Regular Make-A-Wiggler was fine. I like that boss fine. But this one is a whole nother level of bad. So once you attack that, now's your chance to keep attacking as much as possible. And boom! He's out. Alright, we've beaten all of the Mushroom Kingdom bosses. So let's go ahead and dive into the multi-moon. We're going to continue collecting moons and continue from where we left off in the Mushroom Kingdom. We already did all of the bosses that give you multi-moons in the Mushroom Kingdom. So we're just going to continue from where we left off. First of all, we can get a moon here. And there's several moons we can get in the Mushroom Kingdom. I know there's a scooter somewhere that you can ride to get one of the moons. I know there's purple coins over here. Okay. I know there's a moon we can get somewhere close if we take this somewhere. Only if I can find it. If we do that, boom, we can get that moon. Toad Defender. Alright, we can take this to up here, and we can get another moon. How many Goombas do you have to have in a row in order to get this moon? I don't even know that. Okay. Let's build our stack of Goombas. Is this enough? No! There's no way. How is that not enough? We don't have to do this moon right now, but I thought I might as well try for it. But sadly, I couldn't at the moment. That was ridiculous. Okay, the way the scooter works is you hold the X or Y buttons to accelerate, and you press either the B or A buttons to jump. If you want to get this moon, you have to have this. It's recommended that the motorcycle is in front of the scarecrow before you put Cappy on the scarecrow. You have to be fast to get it. And yes! Mushroom Kingdom Timer Challenge. The only timer challenge in the Mushroom Kingdom, by the way. Alright. We can go up here to get Yoshi again. If we want to get one of the moons by eating the fruit. Because if you use Yoshi to eat the fruit, you'll eventually get a moon. We can get up here. What's up here? Oh, a nice view of the whole Mushroom Kingdom. Okay. That's fine. Excuse me. Let's eat those fruit, Yoshi. Oh, yeah. There you go, Yoshi. We can use him to eat the fruit. And let's eat as much of the fruit as we possibly can. Okay, so if you eat all these fruit until the meter, excuse me, of eating the fruit gets purple, well, that means when the purple liquid covers the part that was black, you'll get a power moon. Gobbling fruit with Yoshi. Okay. Okay. We can eat these fruit using Yoshi. We can use Yoshi to eat these fruit. Okay, let's try this. Perfect. Thank you for eating those fruit, Yoshi. Let's do that. Come on. Why are you slipping off that, Yoshi? Okay. Let's just do that. And let's eat these two fruit. Yoshi's second helping. These are the fruit we need to eat next. And there's fruit here. We can eat those. Is there any more fruit in this area that we can eat in the woods? It wouldn't ever hurt to look. There is, right here. Okay. There we go. Okay. We can eat these fruit. Okay. Okay. That's all the fruit I could find in that area. We can get purple coins over here. And we can eat this fruit here that will open a new area. And give us the third Yoshi moon. Yoshi's all filled up. And we can go inside this pipe. And there's 2 moons we can collect here. One of the moon has us eating all the fruit, and another one's already out in the open somewhere. If I'm not mistaken. And we have to possess Yoshi and use him to do this. Should be fun. Alright. We can use Yoshi's tongue to wild jump between these 2 walls. Okay, what do we have to work with? We have to be very careful here. And watch out for these things. How'd I eat that fruit? There we go. I guess that works. I thought there might have been 2 power moons here. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe there's just 1 here. Alright, we can eat that fruit. We can flutter jump over here. We can... There is 2, okay. Yoshi's feast in the sea of clouds. Sunken star in the sea of clouds. What platforms are there here? It's hard to see. There's so much fog here. There we go. I'm glad to be out of this area at least. Does Toadette have more to say? Power Moon Wizard is the moon that we got now. Power Moon Wizard. Fruit Growing Guru. Or Guru. I hope you achieve all your dreams. I love the Mushroom Kingdom in this game. It gives a really good Super Mario 64 reference. We can probably buy, we probably have enough purple coins to buy the Super Mario 64 outfit, and we can use it to get one of the moons. We have a lot we can use. Let's get the Super Mario 64 hat, and let's change into that now. And let's buy the Super Mario 64 suit. And let's change into that now. Alright. We have the Super Mario 64 outfit now. And I'm going to that area that requires you to have this suit. That's the area I'm going to now. Or do I want to do that first, or do I want to do the moon where you have to have the stack of Tower Goombas? I guess we could do the Tower Goombas first. Just to knock that out of the way if we want. We just have to be more careful this time that we don't kill any of the Goombas by accident. I love the Super Mario 64 outfit in this game. It's so cool. It reminds me so much of Super Mario 64. Excuse me. Oh, I hope they make a sequel to Super Mario Odyssey, and if they do, I hope it has a kingdom that bases Super Mario Sunshine, and I hope it has one that bases the Galaxy games. That would be cool. Because you know how huge of a fan I am of the Galaxy games. I think this is how big the tower needs to be of the Goombas in order for us to get what we want to get. I could be wrong. Is this how big the tower needs to be? Am I missing a Goomba? How's it not working? Is there another Goomba we can add to the tower? There very well could be. Maybe there is, I don't know, but... Or maybe I have the correct amount. I don't know. Keep in mind, if you shake your controller to jump, you can jump farther than what you can if you just press the A button to jump. Woo! That was an epic fail. That was very, very epic fail. Now I'm going to start this all over again. Because I think what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to stand on the platform, I think, with the Tower of Goombas in order to get it. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but... I don't seem to know any possible way to get it over there. Maybe I should at the very last second shake my controller. No! That still didn't work. It didn't work. That was stupid. That was so stupid. Let's try one more time. If we fail this time, I'm not going to go for it. Because I had the right momentum, or at least I felt like I did. What's wrong with me? How can I not do this? I feel like I know what I'm doing. And I feel like I'm knowledgeable enough at this game to know how to get it. Because I stood close to it without jumping on that platform, and he didn't give me... And that one Goomba that fell in love with... That usually falls in love with the other Goombas didn't give me the moon like I anticipated. Is there something special you have to do? Or is the Goomba Tower too tall? Let's try with the tower a little bit shorter. Let's try that. Because maybe the tower was too tall. Let's try that. Let's try to make one fairly tall, but a little bit shorter than that. I won't... How tall does the Goomba Tower have to be? We can add one more Goomba to what we have on this. Let's try it with this height first. If not, we can make it a little taller. If it don't work. Maybe I have to make it a little shorter than this. Maybe this is too tall. I don't know. Let's try that. Let's make it a little shorter than that. Let's put 4 Goombas on this. If not, if that's too short, we can put a 5th one on it. That's too short. We need one more Goomba. Now we'll try it with 5. Let's see, this will work. You know what? Forget it. I'm not doing it. Forget it. I don't know how they expect you to do it. Forget it. I am not doing that. Let's talk to this toad right here. You know what I miss. Your blocky, polygonal look. Glad to see you in anytime you're dressed like that. And you're so classic right now. You can go right on in. So let's go ahead and do this area. We can put Cappy on that and get a moon like that. This reminds me exactly of Super Mario 64, so it's totally classic. Okay. I messed up. I can't always memorize the order of that. So let's try it again, shall we? I think this is number 1. Okay. Let's see if I can memorize it now. I can take a screenshot of it just in case I needed to look back. Okay, let's try one more time. Actually, I'll on purpose do this just to see the order. I know the order now. I think I can memorize it now. It might take a couple tries because it is a bit complicated. There's 1. I remember Super Mario 64 having levels like this where you had to memorize the order of treasure chest. Okay, I know now. So let's try again. I think I know the pattern now. It's just been a while since I've done this. I know the pattern now. Okay. I know it now. And yes! Courtyard chest trap. We're going to go ahead and do the moon that's in this picture frame right here. And that will warp us to the Snow Kingdom. Blue Skidoo, we can too. Shiveria. The Snow Kingdom cliff top. And let's open the treasure chest and let's collect this moon. Secret path to Shiveria. And if we go back in this, which is the picture frame, we can go back to the Mushroom Kingdom. Alright guys, that was it. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed, don't forget to drop a like. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to click that subscribe button. And click on the bell right beside it to be notified every time my new videos come out. This was a fun super cut I made of the Mushroom Kingdom with one extra moon included in, which is the moon I collected just now, which is the one in the Snow Kingdom that required me going into that picture frame. So I hope you enjoyed this very long video of the Mushroom Kingdom. And next time, we'll do the dark side of the moon. Have a wonderful day. Peace, Republic of Speed Boy.